Yeah, my biggest fuck it moment was 2006. My father passed. Yeah, that hit me hard. You know, like I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to be a man of a house. I didn't know how to like support my mom and sister and stuff like that. You know, I was in this funk at when I was working at MTV because I'm like, yeah, I'm supporting all these big shows. I'm coming up with all kinds of ideas and stuff like that. But I need to break out. I need to do, you know, and I thought about my dad, how he didn't get to travel to some of the places I went to. He traveled, but he didn't get to, he didn't even get to come see me in New York. So, and I had been living there for a while. So I was like, I want to do everything that my father didn't get to do. So I'm gonna have to snap out and do whatever the fuck I want to do. And that's when I had this, my friend that hit me, Randolph Stirrup, he hit me with this idea of like making a Black Hills Laguna Beach show. And I was like, word, Harlem. I was like, I know the people. I know all the players are in Harlem who are doing things. Let's make this show. Let's do it together. And I worked hard every night after work at working at MTV, and I called all of my friends, bring your cameras. I'll go take this camera from here, do this. Like, I ain't got no money. Let's go out and shoot this test tape. You know, we shot the test tape. We went hard. We shot for like weeks, you know, and actually sold the show. And that was the fuck it, you know, thing. It was like, I don't care. Like, I'm just going to make this happen. And just having that determination, it kind of brought me back to my college Kurt days or whatever. It's just like, you know, I'm gonna just make some stuff, and it's gonna work. You know, I still think like that. It just resurged recently with another show that I'm pitching right now, actually in the same neighborhood. But it was good to kind of feel that again. It's like, yo, I'm 43 right now. Like, you know, I know a story that I want to tell, and I'm gonna make sure people hear it. So, yeah, we're gonna use, you know, I'm gonna save money, and this is another lesson that I want to tell people. Is like when you have an idea or something like that, or if you know, for young people, save that money. Whatever you're working at, you know, if you're working at Apple, you're working at McDonald's, I don't care where you're working, save that money so you can make something. Like all of the gigs that we do as Holland West as a company, we put money aside so we can create something else. So, you know, whether it's a show concept or, you know, we need office space or whatever, we make sure we save that money so we can like make that thing happen, you know, and at least get it out there. If nobody bites at it, who cares? Fuck it. You're gonna bite at it at one point or another. Harlem Heights didn't get bit at for 2 years. But I just kept shopping it, and it got bit. Like somebody bought it, so like BET got it. So like that's the thing, is just you just can't give up. You know, you just can't give up. You just gotta be persistent. If you feel something, and you can see it, you can see it on TV, you can see it on the web, you can see wherever you wanted to see it. You can just make it. Once you make it and you create it, then it's up to the universe. And next thing you know, it's gonna be out there. You know, I know I'm 43, but I feel like I'm just starting. Your parents and like the people who love you may have your they may care about your welfare and how you do in life, but they don't know how determined you are and how successful you can be, even without their tutelage and their advice. You know, if you got faith, you got like drive, and you know what you want, just go after that shit hard, because it just starts raining on you. It starts like all that stuff comes to you. Two people I always looked up to were Spike Lee and Steven Spielberg, which I actually got to meet. You know, I got to meet Spike Lee a few times and got to work with him. and Spielberg was going to my church, and still is a member of the church that I'm a member of. So, which is kind of crazy. Like every time I see him, I like get chills down my back because I'm like, oh my God, you're the God of everything. Those people made me want to go into Evergreen Plaza and going to see all of the like Malcolm X, Do the Right Thing, She's Gotta Have It. Seeing all these movies with my mom made me want to create. Seeing Jurassic Park by Steven Spielberg at Evergreen Plaza back in the day, that made me want to be a filmmaker. And it's crazy because, as our sister was talking about before, like changing up her thing, changing up what she was going to get into. I thought I wanted to be a newscaster. I always thought like movies, films, TV, that might be too complicated for me. So I was a broadcast journalism major over at Western Illinois University. I was a newscaster there. Actually, when I did my first internship was at WGN, and I was an intern under Robert Jordan, and we used to hit the streets together. And he would do his story, I would help him write it, and after we did his story, he would be like, "Yo, Kurt, do your thing, get on camera, and so you can have something for your tape." And so I was all primed to be a newscaster, So when I got the MTV internship, that was through a whole different hustle. That was because I was the concert chairman at Western. And so I got all the concerts for, I was like elected the president to get all the concerts for the campus. And one of the concerts I saw was this joint called Campus Invasion. Campus Invasion was this whole like takeover of your campus. So it'd be like, we'll do real world auditions, test out new video games with y'all that we own, and bring 2 bands down. At the time, it would be only rock bands. So, the first, I did Third Eye Blind, I did Garbage, like all these like rock bands like I bring down. And I got flack from like all the black students on campus because they'd be like, "Yo, why you bringing all these white bands down?" But I was like, I think it's a good look for the campus, and it's a good look for me, So like the second time I brought Campus Invasion down, which was like rock bands once again, I told them, "Hey, I work on the news. I'm in the broadcasting program here. I produce the news. I am a newscaster, and I got a radio show. I got 2 radio shows on 2 of the radio stations here. I do live mixes. Boom, boom, boom. I need to work at MTV. I need to work with y'all." And it was like, "Yo, we're gonna give you an internship." And I kept calling the internship coordinator like every week, telling her things I was doing. I don't think she gave a fuck about what I was doing, but I just kept talking about what I was doing. And I was like, "Yo, I really want to come out there. I really want to work." And so like that was like a real hustle to like, I think that's my gift, is like hustling. Like I know how to say like, "Hey, I'm doing this work. Let me in." Evergreen Plaza. River Oaks was like bougie. River Oaks is still around to this day. I think it's still called River Oaks. But Evergreen Plaza was in Evergreen Park, which is like part of like Beverly and all this like this neighborhood in Chicago that was a little uppity. But Evergreen Plaza was like everything. You got all of the freshest stores in there. You got people from this old show, The Awakening, like, all up in there. You got every, rapper, whatever, just fly people just in there. Like, that was the hangout for everybody to go. You go to Sbarro or whatever, like, you just, get your pizza, get your food, and you just shop and you buy fly stuff. You see a lot of, Dope boys in there. You see a lot of people up in there. And you see people like, kicking it at Carson's. You see the people in Beverly who were mostly like white people at the time, all up in Carson's killing it. I don't think they had a Marshall Fields, but their movie theater was epic to me. Their movie theater is where I saw like every amazing movie I've ever seen in my life was in that movie theater with my mom. And most of the time I go to that movie theater with my mom. She was a teacher at Metcalf Magnet School, which is closed down now. Well, we go there after work, after school and work. I went to the same school that my mother taught at. And we would tear down the mall, we go shopping, and we go to and we go to the movies, and then we come home, and my mom would keep all our stuff in the trunk, and not show my dad. And yeah, that was like our kind of like everyday thing. We just hit these malls, but Evergreen was like a center of like I would say a center of black culture, for Chicago. Western Illinois University. I went to Western Illinois University. It was in Macomb, Illinois, downstate, 4 hours away from here. Long rides, way up in the sticks. At the time I went there, it was only like 500 black kids, but it was a very good school for broadcast journalism. It was like actually, I would say it was one of the top schools for broadcast journalism, and it was a good school for law enforcement. A lot of my friends are in law enforcement and stuff like that, so it was like a weird like juxtaposition between those two like majors. Western had a real solid program where they had, you could be, in radio and TV or, marketing or something like that. And it was just, they had some really legit professors, really legit people working there. And they really paid attention to like giving us the right equipment to work with and the right tutelage and the right, just great. I thought it was a great school. It was like it's a small state school, but it gave me a lot of tools for the industry that I work in now. And I got a crazy like story about this dude. So there was this one dude who worked at MTV, and I ain't gonna say his name, but he was like he had started there. I don't know what he was doing. He's probably a PA or something, but he was hot shit because he was like that was the biggest thing that happened out of Western. This dude working at MTV, and I was like, dang. And so I remember I got a call from MTV saying like, yo, you could probably, come out here and do this internship. And I was like, I was reaching out to him anyway, saying like, yo, can you like hook me up? Can you like, I'm a really good student. Like, can you help me out? This dude he didn't give me a time of day. So, and I remember when I came out to New York and I actually got the internship. I was like, hey, I'm out here, man. It's like, oh, good for you. Like, that was it. He was like, I was like, yo, that's whack. But that just shows how a lot of people don't reach back for you. A lot of people in this industry aren't going to like look out for you. So you really got to go hard and you really got to make your mark.